Hello, dear students of English 5. Welcome to your session number 5 of the class. So it is more than a pleasure for me to welcome to you and to have you in this very particular Zoom meeting of the class. For today, we're going to be based on Unit 3, Time for a Change. Um, it's really important to get joined for each single Zoom meeting of the class. You might know that the main purpose of Zoom meeting is just to clarify if we have a question, if we have a doubt, right? We are, next session, it will be your first partial exam. So it means that today I'm gonna be sharing you some content that you will be assessed by. But before that, we're gonna take a quick look at the introductory video that we have for session 5, unit 3, time for a change. Let's take a quick look at it.
Hi everybody, all the best, everyone. Complete time for change, pronunciations and pronouncing vowels. We have this topic important in different activities. The following are a few basic rules for understanding the way sounds disappear. And spoken English in our good starting point of sounds more natural and fluent. When you speak, it's the most common sound in the English language, but it is actually an unpronounced sound. It's very important that information for that reason. Pay attention to different materials that share with you. And we have audios and different exercises that you can practice your listening. And it's very important that situation. For that reason, we have almost for a change. We have um, exercise and evaluations and comparisons. Imagine you are looking for a house and an apartment to rent, and we have to reprise opinions below using the words in parentheses. In the listening, you can practice your question and read. And the audios important for different situations that you can analyze. We have exercise, for example, writing any miles, comparing of home to your new or your one address. An exercise, for example, you can check some of the things you would like to do. Which of these villages would be easy to achieve, which would be difficult or impossible? What other things would you like change about your life? Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Take care with the pandemic and all the best. Thank you very much for paying attention.
Thank you so much for taking a quick look at the introductory video. So basically for today, we're gonna be taking a look on unpronounced letters. As you might know, pronouncing the words in English are completely important because sometimes we mispronounce some words when it comes to speaking section. So today we're gonna be working at some point pronunciation. Also, I'm gonna be explaining to you what is a syllable, and in English we have silent syllables, and how do we know if a syllable is silent. Also we have silent syllables in English, and we're gonna be taking also a quick look at the syllables always silent. We're gonna be doing some tutorial video. We have a practice exercise, and we're gonna have another listening related to a capsule hotels conversation. We're gonna be taking a snapshot, also a conversation, and then we're gonna be doing some grammar, okay? I want to tell you that pronouncing in English, it's it matters. It matters because it's a second language and we must know how to speak correctly in English, okay? So in here, we just basically have an image and you're gonna play the track and you're going to relate the pronunciation with the words that we have in here. Also, I want to explain you what is a syllable in English. In English, a syllable is a part of a word with one vowel sound and the consonants around it. For example, the word working has two vowel sounds. Okay, taking back to the explanation section, a syllable is a part of a word with one vowel sound and the consonants around it. For example, the word working has two vowel sounds, so it has two syllables. We often show syllables like this, working. Often one syllable is stronger than the others, and we can show this too. In the word working, the first syllable is stronger. This is called the stressed syllable. We can show the stressed syllable in different ways. Working, working. Working, some words only have one syllable like big, cat, and think. Some words have lots of syllables like up, anti, this, establishmentaries. So in here it have lots of syllables. Why are some syllables silent? You know, like we have their silent syllables. As we said, some syllables are strong. That means that some other syllables are weak. When we are speaking quickly over many years, the pronunciation of the word changes and some syllables eventually become so weak that they are completely silent. How do we know if a syllable is silent? It's easy, guys. The way that we identify if a syllable is silent is at some patterns for where silent syllables happen. For instance, they are always in the middle of a word and they are often the syllable before an R sound. They are almost always the syllable after the stressed syllable. But it's really not a good idea to guess that a syllable will be silent. There are only a couple dozen words in English that have silent syllables. So your best strategy is to learn which words they are. Also in here, silent syllables and English. Let's take a quick look at this definition. In this case, the silent syllable in English, the word miserable, silent number 3, miserable, miserable, vegetable is vegetable. That will be the silent. Business will be business. Comfortable, comfortable. And also we have some other silent syllables, okay? Are these syllables always silent? You might be wondering, right? So let's take a look at this definition. Now, some of you are probably thinking, but I know I've heard people say interesting with 3 syllables. You probably have. Every time we pronounce a word, it sounds a little bit different. Sometimes when we are speaking slowly or emphatically, we might pronounce the syllable, the silent syllable as miserable or interesting. This sounds confusing, but don't worry. If you leave the syllable silent, it will never be wrong. In here, we have in a video tutorial pronunciation vocabulary, English pronunciation and vocabulary. And here we will recognize if a syllable is silent or it's stressed. Okay, let's take a quick look at this video tutorial.
Oh my gosh, guys, how annoying are silent letters in English words? What are they even doing there? This video is all about English words with silent letters in them. When do you pronounce those letters and when don't you pronounce those letters? I'm going to teach you a few simple rules to help you pronounce English words correctly. Don't forget to turn on the subtitles either. The button is just down there so you can follow along. There are a lot of English words that have silent letters, and there are lots of silent letters in English. About 60% of all English words have a silent letter. No wonder pronunciation is so frustrating, right? And they can be silent, these letters, but they're not always silent. So you have to be careful. You need to know a few basic rules to help with the pronunciation of silent letters in English words. Okay, let's start at the top with the letter A. Now, the letter A can be silent, especially in words that end in A-L-L-Y, like these. Romantically, musically, logically. So I'm not pronouncing romantically, musically, and logically. Cut the A out. Get rid of it. Romantically, musically, logically. Now there's a rule to remember with the letter B. It's always silent when it follows the letter M. Climb, crumb, lamb, thumb, dumb, and plumber. So practice them with me. I'm not pronouncing the B, I'm just pronouncing the M consonant sound. Climb, crumb, lamb, thumb, dumb, plumber. And the letter B is often silent when it's before the consonant T. So think of these examples. Sutton, debt, and doubt. So see, in all of those examples, my lips aren't closing, coming together to form the B sound. I'm just pronouncing the T. Subtle, depth, and doubt. Now, the letter C can cause a few problems because it's often silent after the letter S, like in these very common examples. They're quite tricky. Muscle, muscle, sizzles, fascinate, theme, scenario, muscle, sizzles, fascinate, theme, scenario. So that's the silent C. So what about the letter D? Yeah, it can be silent too. Wednesday, handsome, sandwich. So I'm not pronouncing the D in sandwich. I'm just pronouncing the consonant N sound before it. Try it with me one more time. Wednesday.
So this video tutorial is important so we can identify which letters or which consonants are silent, okay? And here we're gonna have choose the word that contains the indicate silent letter. Let's take a quick look at this. Silent S, Iceland, history, faster, island, island, history, faster, island, silent H, happy, however, honest, happy, however, honest, silent U, future, guide, true. I will say that is guide, future, guide, true, silent K, no, Kindle, milk, for sure, no, silent B, Alban, fever, limb, for sure, limb. So now we're gonna, oh, all the answers are correct. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Good answers. Now, guys, we're gonna be doing a listening part, capsule hotels. Okay, you're gonna listen to track and they will just see the image and you will relate the track with the image. Would you like to stay in a capsule hotel? Why or why not? And then we're gonna have a snapshot. Answer the question. So basically, guys, you're gonna take that snapshot. Also, we're gonna have a conversation part. Also, you're gonna play the track, you're gonna listen it, and then we're gonna be focused on which. And here we use the verb which to express an actions that you want, some desires that you want, right? You might use it in the simple present with the auxiliary do does for negative and interrogative. And for affirmative, you just need a personal pronoun plus which plus the complement. And at the end, you're gonna have an evaluated exercise. You're gonna rewrite the sentences using which, okay? So, but this is really over. And please try to make your evaluated exercise on time, because remember we just have 1 week available for that, and then you'll be having your score satisfactorily. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and I cannot wait to see you into the next meeting. Bye bye.